I just finished watching this video and oh, I want to take a moment to think about why I immediately wanted to try and find a way to send it to the Dent store. Because they're not currently a part of my life. I don't talk with them. I don't know where they're streaming or what they're dealing with or where to find them, and it's probably better if it stays that way until I can until I can learn how to until I reach a level of self-mastery that allows me to just treat them like another person and have a choice on how much they mean to me. Because part of what makes that all interesting isn't, oh wow, there's this great and passionate feeling. I want more of it, endlessly, until I lose my goddamn mind. That's not a healthy relationship. That's a fun thrill ride, but that's not a healthy relationship. Just like how I want complete and total control to make my own choices and to make sure I can always predict and navigate what is coming ahead. That's also not a real relationship, because then you're just building up a giant fortress with thick walls, heavy armor, and chiding anyone who dirties the carpet. You're more worried about your image and your stability than you are about actually connecting with people. That's not a healthy relationship, that's egocentricity. Trust me, I've been there. I'm trying to figure out how to avoid falling into that pitfall. Honestly, I'm not sure there is a way. That's not just taking time to make sure, taking the time necessary, not get lost in a sense of power or authority. His real relationships aren't built off of thrill rides or fortresses. They're built off of two ways of interacting, meshing together and being worked on so that way a stable sense of meaning is built up between oneself and another person without subtracting one's own personal meaning from the mix when they're alone. And every time I feel like sending a video to the Dent Stork, that's not me caring about them. That's me distrusting their capacity to figure out these things on their own and trying to jump in to save them. That's not consideration, that's enablement. And it's enablement that has me trying to avoid my own discomfort from watching them live their own life. Which is why I chose to tell them to block me. Because that's not going to help them heal or grow as a person. That's just going to eventually subjugate them to my will. And I don't want that. I don't want it being something that subverts and undermines their sense of authenticity and who they are. I want an equal relationship, not one where someone has all the power and someone else doesn't. Because I've fallen for that fantasy, and by damn, it will keep trying to lure me for the rest of my life. But outside of certain moments, I recognize that that fantasy hides a bitter reality of feeling isolated, alone, and empty. And I don't want to feel like that. I don't want to be overwhelmed and unable to like set a boundary and have my own life and space either, but I guess I'm still thinking about a lot of things. And that's why I'm not willing to go near them. Why I'd rather not learn anything more about them that isn't from me working off of what I already know. Because if I can't learn to understand them and respect them from what I already know, then no amount of extra info is going to make them feel safe or comfortable around me because I'll always be trying to ask for more. Eventually, that would leave them feeling small and helpless, and I don't want to do that to someone I care about. Sure, I might want to have a bit of fun and it be teasing or a little bit mean, but I don't want to make other people feel small in the way I feel small. It's not worth it. Constructive criticism, not just blind criticism. Doesn't matter how much I like them if I fail to respect them. Doesn't matter how much I care about them if I fail to ask what they want with their life. Doesn't matter how bright of a future I can envision inside my head if I can't ask, if I fail to even consider that they may not want that future themselves. Agency and choice are essential to functioning and healthy relationships, just as much as communication and connection are. Agency, meaningful choice, comforting connection, dynamic communication. Oh, well, that's enough for me reflecting on myself. Yeah.